Welcome back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow. My second conversation tonight is with Telr, talking to the CEO and co-founder about what it means to be a global fintech major, why Dubai is a great place for them to do business, and also what their future expansion plans are looking like.
Telr was founded with a mission to enable e-commerce in emerging markets in 2014. With over 20 years of experience in payments technology, they built a payments platform from the ground up to meet the needs of businesses in emerging markets. Their 100% proprietary technology, feature-rich payment solution has been built completely in-house, making it highly customizable. They offer a set of AIPs and tools that enable businesses to accept and manage online payments via web, mobile, and social media. Telr designs their payment services and solutions to specifically cater to the needs of startups and SMEs.
Thank you so much for speaking with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow as part of this special series that we're doing, talking about innovation. And we, of course, are speaking with entrepreneurs who are doing something different and exciting and innovative. And who better than to speak about innovation when it comes to the fintech and the BFSI space in this region?
Our pleasure.
Than yourself.
You're most welcome.
Absolutely. So much has changed, so much is changing in India, and so much is changing here also in this market. Let's start with your entrepreneurial journey before we talk about the market. What led you to setting up this business?
So Telr started in 2014. We saw a need that, online payments, all the startups and the SMEs in this region, if they needed to accept payments online, they had to go and look outside of this region to get solutions from the UAE, from the Europe, from different places. So we thought that we needed a local, customizable, localized payment gateway, and that's where the idea came from, and that's where Telr innovated, and we fully developed our in-house proprietary online payment gateway that is non-standardized. It can be fully localized and fully customized to the needs of the startups, SMEs, governments, large corporates, anybody that wants a payment from this region.
So when you're saying fully customized to the SMBs and the startups that are based in this region, what are perhaps those one or two key challenges that you're seeing that you are then solving?
So Telr is an award-winning payment gateway. So we've won many awards as a startup. And the customization comes from, like I said, it's a fully proprietary technology. So we own the code. We've built it ourselves. So when we talk to startups and SMEs, we see that a lot of them need their own customized payment journey. They have their own unique selling point. They have their own unique way of talking to the customer experience. So being cloud-based and owning that code and having our own tech team within the company, we are able to fully customize that to them at actually zero cost to the customer. And that's really where the power comes in. And coupled with being able to process over 120 currencies, or supporting over 30 languages, and we have a full suite of supporting services coming all with that as value-added services, and that's where the power lies in.
Okay, let's talk about the fintech market here in the Dubai UAE region. How has it changed since when you started out to where it's at?
Okay, great. Well, that's a very good question. So we've been very lucky, and I think we were good to choose UAE as our base, as our home base. The UAE is benefits from it's a mix of factors of things. First, the young generation. That makes it more tech-savvy generation. Mobile penetration is over 100%. Internet penetration is close to 100%, a little bit less than that. And that creates a consumer dynamic where the consumer is more open to new products, new trends, and so far, and so forth. And with that, we were able to push cashless payments, mobile payments, online payments. And with the vision that the government has to go towards cashless payments, that also supported this whole thing. So that's the reason why we started here. And then after that, Dubai has become in the top 10 fintech hubs around the world. And there's a lot of initiatives from the government, from the quasi-government, that support startups and SMEs.
Okay, so then looking forward perhaps into the next 4 or 5 years, I know this is a marketing industry that's changing so much, but are there any key trends that you'd like to call out in this space?
Key trends, to be honest with you, if you want to compare it to India is a very sophisticated, advanced market in fintech. It's much more advanced than anywhere else that I've seen. So we are following trends that are, with our market. They're customized to our market. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create this one-stop shop for our merchant to go from offline to online, or from online to enhance his online presence.
So, we're talking about how the market has changed in the past couple of years, but looking ahead, any couple of key trends that you would want to call out for our viewers to say this is how the fintech market is moving?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the fintech market is always evolving, and new trends are always coming up. We've seen the new buy now, pay later trend come in, and that's when we introduced about a year and a half ago our Telr buy now, pay later service. We've also introduced a new trend where we saw post-pandemic a lot of businesses that might need working capital, and that's when we launched Telr Finance as well. Where we extend working capital loans to our merchants in order for them to continue to flourish. This is on the merchant side. On the flip side, also from a regulation perspective, we see a lot of changes in the regulations. A lot of this was an unregulated market. Now it's moving towards regulation. So the regulator is introducing new regulations for the payments industry.
I noticed that quite a large percentage of your employees, we are shooting here in your office in Dubai, seem to be Indian. Is this true of all the multiple locations that you have? And also, what can you tell us about the availability of skilled manpower for an industry which is so highly skilled and technical like yours?
Telr, we have 4 offices around the world. We have an office in Singapore, we have an office in Mumbai, India, we have an office here in Dubai, and we have an office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Our Indian talent is quite talented and quite skilled, as you know. So we have about 75%, I would say, of our employees are of Indian descent. But the skill, the availability there's an abundance. There's quite a good skill over there.
Okay. So, continuing with talking about India, I want to talk about the investment from Cashfree.
Sure.
Anyone familiar with the India market will know that, their Indian association in roots. What was that like for you, and why was it essential perhaps for you to have a partner like them on board?
Listen, we're very grateful for the Cashfree investment. It was quite important. It came at the right time. Cashfree is an online payment gateway company from India, as you know. They have superior technology and great knowledge in the industry. So they add a lot of value to Telr and to and our journey. And with that investment, we're going to utilize it in order to do 2 things. One, expand in the region and to target more markets outside of Dubai and Saudi Arabia, where we are currently live. And at the same time, build together that bridge between the 2 regions, between India and the UAE and the whole region, in order to enable merchants in India to accept payments and so forth.
Okay. Anything that you'd want to advise someone who's watching today's interview to say, I wish I knew this about fundraising before I started, so here's my advice for you?
One thing that I would advise people or entrepreneurs to look out for. Make sure that the people that you end up accepting their investment, there's synergy, there's value-added services. It's not just about the money. You want to look at the long term and the exit strategy and all of that.
Khalil, such a pleasure talking to you. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Out of time on today's conversation. We hope you've enjoyed being a part of the showcase here, joining you from the Leaders of Tomorrow Dubai series. If you have any feedback for us, do let us know. We hope you've enjoyed listening to both the entrepreneurs who joined us as part of this week-long showcase from the Dubai UAE market. Thanks for watching.